Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie, and welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who has not already to hit that word subscribe. When you do, give the videos thumbs up, share them if you can, and leave me a comment. Okay, I bet y'all are wondering what these are. Okay, well, I have not sewed in my ends, but we got snowballs. See, I gotta sew in my end. And they're not hard, so they're safe for young kids. Cause see, they real squishy. And I thought, well, maybe we can learn how to do snowballs together. Y'all ready? All right, give me just a second. And I would like to wish every single one of y'all a Merry Christmas. All right, give me just 1 second, and I'll get my yarn, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back. All right, now I'm just using a white number 4 worsted weight yarn, and I've got my J10 6mm crochet hook. And the way I like to start these is I like to do the magic ring. That way it closes the bottom off real good. Now I just wrap the yarn and twist it like that, and yeah, and then I got a tutorial showing how to do the magic ring. All right, now it's gonna be a fast video because these snowballs, they really work up fast. All right, so we're gonna single crochet 6 in the ring. Now that chain 1 I did don't count as nothing. It's to lock it in. All right, so you single crochet 6 times, going around your tail as you go. Now, for y'all that don't do the magic ring, that's fine. What you do is you chain a couple of them, and I'd say chain 3, and then slip stitch it together and form a ring, and then do your 6 single crochets. Now, this whole thing is done in single crochet. So, there's 4. 5. Had to pull my yarn, sorry. And there's 6. Okay, and then I take my tail and I pull it. But I don't pull it all the way. And like I said, I apologize for the white yarn. And I go into the first single crochet. That one's a little bit hard to get into. And I do a slip stitch. And then I chain 1, and I pull my yarn out. That's when I come onto the back side here. And I get my tail, and I really pull it. And you can feel it when it pulls all the way. See, that tightens that ring down. You can't see through that at all. All right, now, that's round 1. Round 2. We're going to go into right there where we did that chain 1. I can't even get in there. It's pretty tight, y'all. All right. And we're going to put 2 single crochets. Okay? And that's what we're going to do with every single stitch all the way around. Is we're going to go into the next one right here. We're going to do 2. We're going to go into the next one and do 2. And the next one and do 2. Okay, and I'll meet y'all back over here at the end when you got 12 single crochets. Because, you started with 6. So if you double it, that's 12. Okay, I got my 12 single crochets going around. And now I'm going to go here to this first single crochet that I made. And I'm going to slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1. Alright, now, you go into the very first one, the one where you did the slip stitch, right there. And you're going to do 2 single crochets. But only in the first one. Well, every other one, you're going to do 2 in the same one. And then in the next one, you're going to put 1. And then in the next one, you're going to do 2. And then the next one, you're just going to put 1. And then right here in the next one, you're going to do 2. And then the next one, 1. And the next one, you're going to do 2. Well, I'm throwing things all around. Alright, and you're going to do that all the way around. And I'll meet you back over here where you put it in that last one. And in your last one, it should be just 1 single crochet. Alright, we're all the way back. Now, you go right here in that first single crochet. And just like before, you're going to slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1. Okay, now the next round, in the first one right there where you did that slip, chain 1, can't talk, you're going to put 2. I like starting my rows with 2 instead of ending my rows with 2. Okay, now in the next, you're going to put 1. And in the next, you're going to put 1. Okay, and now that's the repeat for this round. In the next one, you're going to put 2. And in the next one, you're going to put 1. And in the next one, you're going to put 1. Now, that's the repeat for that whole entire round. And I'll meet you back when I get all the way over here to the end. Alright, now I ended with 1 single crochet there and 1 single crochet there. So now we're going to slip stitch into that one. And chain 1. Okay, now this is the last row of the increases. Okay, so in that first one right there where you chain 1, you go in it and you do 2 single crochets. Okay, then you go into the next one and you put 1 single. And in the next one, 1 single. And in the next one, 1 single. And that's the repeat for this round. So you put 2 in the first one, and then 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. And that's the repeat for the whole round. So in the next one, you're going to put 2. And then 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. And then you're going to start that repeat over. 2 in the next one, 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. And I will meet y'all back right over here. And you should end with 1 single crochet in the last 3 stitches. 1 in each. Okay, I'm back. And I did 2 there, and then I've got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. All right, now what you do is, right there, that first single crochet you did, you're going to slip stitch into it. And you're going to chain 1. Now remember I said that was the last row of the repeat, or the increases. Okay, so the next 4 rows, you're just going to put 1 single in each one. So just 1 single crochet in every single stitch for 4 rows. Okay? And I will meet you back when I have 4 rows of just 1 single in each stitch. Okay. Okay, I'm back, and I have a mess right here. I have my increase rows, and then I have 4 rows of just 1 single crochet in every single stitch. And it's like a little bowl. Okay, so now we have to start decreasing. So what we do is we go right there where we did that chain 1, because it don't count. Nowhere in this pattern does it count as a stitch. We pull up a loop. Then we go into the very next one and we draw up a loop. We yarn over and go through all 3. Now, if you're one of them that needs to use a stitch marker, right now is the time to do that right there in that stitch. Okay? Nothing against using stitch markers. I just prefer not to. Alright, so that stitch gets the stitch marker if you use stitch markers. Okay, so we just did 2 together right there. Okay, now in the next 3 stitches, we're going to put 1 single crochet in every single one. And that's the repeat for this round. We do 2 together, and then 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. So now let's repeat that again. So we're going to do 2 together, and then we do 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. And that's the whole repeat for this round. 2 together, 1 in that one, 1 in that one, 1 in that one. 2 together, 1 in that one, 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. And I'll meet you back on the other side when I get all mine done. Okay, I'm back over here where I started, and I'm just like usual gonna right there in that first one where you got your stitch marker if you use stitch marker, and I'm gonna slip stitch and chain 1. Okay, now this next round you go right there where you did that chain 1 or slip stitched, pull up a loop, go into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3. And this is where you would put your stitch marker in that first stitch right there. Okay, then we're going to go into the next one and put a single, and then the next one and put a single. And that's the repeat for this round. So that one we did 3, this one we do 2. So let's do it again. We're going to do 2 together, and then 1 in the next one, and 1 in the next one. All right. Y'all repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end. We're almost done. Okay, I've made it all the way around. And now, in that first two together singles, I want to slip stitch. And then chain one. And y'all can see it's getting smaller. Alright. Now, this is the last round that you got to worry about your count on decreases. Okay? And we stuff it after this. So you go right there where you slip stitched. And we're going to do a decrease. And then in the next one, we're going to put a single crochet. And that's the repeat for this round. So, we're going to decrease. And then in the next one, just a regular single crochet. And a decrease. And a regular single crochet. And I will meet y'all back at the end when I get all mine done. Alright, I made it all the way back around. And we're going right there in that first single crochet two together. We're going to go in it and we're going to slip stitch. I'm going to chain one and I'm going to pull my yarn out. Because this is where I like to stuff my snowball. Let me get some stuffing. Alright, now, I don't put very much stuffing in my snowballs because little kids like to play this, throwing these snowballs at each other, and I don't want nobody to get hurt. So, these hurt less, a lot less, than a real snowball. Let me put a little bit more. Y'all seen how much I put in there, and then I just got a little bit more. And see, I got plenty of room there to crochet the end up without getting snagged on stuffing, but it's still got a lot of give to it. Like I said, little kids like to play this and throw these at each other, and that way nobody gets hurt when you understuff it. Alright, I'm putting my hook back in. Now, what I'm going to do here is what you do the entire rest of the snowball. You go in right there where you did that slip stitch. And you draw up a loop. And you go into the next one, draw up a loop. Yarn over and go through all three. And that's the repeat to completely close it up. So, go in the next one. And go in the next one. And you just single crochet and two together for the remainder of the entire thing. I like to put my finger behind it to stop me from snagging the stuffing. But if you can't do that, all you gotta do is just kind of push it down, barely get them, and pull it up that way. Alright, I have made it all the way back around. And what you can do here is, you can go ahead and chain one, and cut your yarn off, but leave yourself a good little tail. That way you can just finish sewing the rest of it together. But what I like to do is I like to come over here and I like to close off a couple more. Now, if you want to stop there, go ahead. I like to go one more. And then we're going to cut our tail. Pull out the yarn. And you'll notice that it's got that little thing on top. Well, you still got a little bit of hole right there. So I like to lay it over. Well, there's the little bit of hole right there. I like to lay it over and stitch it a few times. And then take my needle through and squish it down. Pull it out the other side and snip it. And then when it comes back, your end is on the inside of your ball. And that's all it is to it, making a snowball. And see, it's got a lot of squish to it, so that ain't gonna hurt nobody. Because, you know, I mean, it's Christmas. You don't want to hurt kids. Alright, y'all. That's going to be all for today. And I will meet you back here in the next one for another grand adventure right here in Val's Yarn Room. And I truly do love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. And do something nice for somebody, even if it's just a smile. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas to every single one of y'all. I hope y'all have the most wonderful Christmas. And I would like to say that to all my friends and family, I truly do love y'all. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you up any longer. Y'all get your crochet on. I'm gonna. Bye, y'all.